Welcome to tonight's game between the Galatia Bearcats and your own Galatia County Hawks. First, the lineup for the visiting Galatia Bearcats. At guard, number 22, Avery Evans. At guard, number 11, Haley Bramley. At forward, number 32, Sierra Wilson. At forward, number 35, Emma Strickland. And at forward, number 21, Kate Bond. And now, for your own Gallatin County Hawks, at guard, number 12, Carly Foster. At guard, number 5, Cindy Pickett. At guard, number 4, Andrea Blaine. At forward, number 30, Jenna Vickery. And at center, number 45, Mackenzie Russell. The Hawks are coached by Matt Waller and Jeff Herman. Tonight's officials are Jim and Jerry Suits and Devin Aldridge.
All right, good afternoon, guys. Thank you for joining us to watch the Lady Hawks take on the Lady Bearcats. I'm Jarrett Mitchell here, just by myself tonight because Bryce, voice of the Hawks, is running a little bit behind. So I will try to get you through these first few minutes here. As we've mentioned before, something that's different this year is there's no jump ball, so Galatia will take the ball out to start this game off. Our first jump ball of the evening. Good move there by Sydney Bickett, so it will be Hawks basketball. Good pass to Mackenzie Ruskell. 2 points. Turnover there by the Bearcats will give the Hawks another chance. Vickery was attempting to hit Mackenzie there and just didn't find her. Three-pointer by Carly. Good. Got our first foul of the night on Andrea Blaine, number 4. It'll be the first team foul. We had an offensive foul called on number 21, Kate Bond. Galatia's first team foul. Good drive there by Sydney, but they got her called for a walk on that one. Another foul called on Andrea Blaine. That will be her second, team second. On the line, it's hard to see her number because she has long hair. But I believe that's number 22, Avery Evans. First one is good. Oh, good. Sydney Bickett with the rebound. Another traveling call on the Lady Hawks, so we'll go the other way to the Bearcats. I'd say both teams are just happy to be playing today after first day back of school in 2 weeks. It's happy to be back on the floor. Lady Hawks actually played Harrisburg on Saturday, so they had their first game since the whole ice storm hit us, and I don't know what Galatia had, but I'm sure they didn't play much over that 2-week break either. So it's nice to finally get a game in because the season's already winding down. Five-second call there on Galatia, so it'll be Lady Hawks basketball. Over and back call on the Lady Hawks. Rebound there by Evans. Good offensive rebound. Get another chance at it. It's a good play. That was Kaylee Brantley. 2 points. Long three by Carly. It's good. Great shot there by Carly. Galatia wants a timeout. Got 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and the score is Lady Hawks 8, Galatia 3. We have 6 of our cheerleaders here tonight cheering on the Lady Hawks. It's kind of nice to see the girls cheering at the girls' games because that doesn't usually happen. We have a big night tonight for them as we have the girls' game here at 4 o'clock, and then we have JV boys starting at 6, and then our varsity boys to follow at 7:15. So cheerleaders have a busy night. I think some of them are switching off, and some of them will do double time tonight. So another funny kind of IHSA rule is that they're allowed to cheer, but they're not allowed to yell necessarily. So they kind of just talk through their cheers, and but it's nice to have the background noise. Since we're supposed to only have 50 fans in here. We have quite a few less than that right now, but it does help with just adding a little bit more noise to the atmosphere and cheering for our team. So I appreciate them doing that. Emma Strickland tried to shoot that three, just didn't quite fall. Good play there by the Bearcats as they knocked it out of bounds. Sorry, I missed the action there. I had someone come up and talk to me, but we had a shot made there by number 11, Kaylee Brantley. Good pass there to Mackenzie for 2 points. Mackenzie Russell has quite an advantage on these girls as she's quite a bit taller than most of them on the floor. So if they can get the ball into her, it's always a good chance that she can at least give it a good try. Another good pass to Mackenzie. And another score by Mackenzie Russell. And we are going to take a timeout. Lady Bearcats called the timeout. Full timeout. Here we go. We've got 2 minutes left in the first quarter. The score is 12-7. Kate Bond wanted the ball. She got the ball and did not finish. Got another shot up there and rebound by Lady Hawks. Good shot there by Jenna Vickery. It just did not fall for her. Bearcats headed the other way. It's a good pass by number 22, Avery Evans. Got 10 seconds left on the clock. It looks like the Lady Hawks are trying to run a play for Carly. Just did not get it to fall there. Andre Blaine tried to save it, but the Bearcats will get the ball with 4 seconds left to go. They didn't get a shot off, so we'll end the first quarter here. The Lady Hawks 12, Lady Bearcats 7. Be the Lady Hawks ball starting the second quarter. Shot there by Jenna Vickery is no good. Good pass there. Good shot by number 22, Avery Evans. Good pass there, and a good finish by Mackenzie Russell. Foul called on the shot there. Foul is on number 22, Avery Evans. Carly Foster will shoot 2 shots. First one up, no good. Second one up, also no good. Go the other way with the Bearcats. Foul called there on Carly Foster. I believe that is her first foul. And it is the team third foul of the half. Good play there. Kate Bond with the score. Looks like the Lady Hawks are trying to set something up here and get good passes in before they take any shot. Our lone senior is out for this evening, unfortunately. She wasn't feeling well today, so she didn't get to participate in tonight's game. So currently on the floor we have two freshmen and three juniors. The Lady Hawks are kind of stalling here, it seems like, so making a lot of passes, just kind of seeing what will come open to them. They're trying to feed it into Mackenzie as she's being double teamed. You see it got knocked away there, so we're headed back to the other way. It's a good pass and a good play there by Avery Evans. Shot by Andrea Blaine, no good. Mackenzie with the rebound, no good. Going the other way, and then Galatia Bearcats have a chance to take the lead for the first time in this game. In and out for Sierra Wilson. Coach Lawler wants a timeout. As you can imagine, he's not super thrilled with the way this is going at this moment, but the girls are trying to get their good passes in, and it's just with Mackenzie being double teamed now, I think it's been more challenging for them to find her. I also think the 2-week break was tough on everybody. I went to the boys' first game after the 2-week break, which was on Saturday, and they were all just exhausted because they didn't even get to practice during those 2 weeks that we were off school. So I think I would guess that Galatia's in the same boat here, and it's tough being stuck in your house for 2 weeks and then having to come play 4 quarters of basketball. So I think the exhaustion is probably already setting in the second quarter for some of these girls. I'm getting updates from the actual voice of the Hawks, Bryce Brazier, who says he will be here in 2 minutes. So hopefully you guys will get a little bit better of a broadcast once he gets here. I'm doing my best. So out of the timeout, it'll be Lady Hawks ball. We have 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining until halftime. Lady Hawks are still on top, 14-13. Jenna Vickery's going to put up a shot, did not fall. Good rebound by McKenzie. Good put back there. It's a good move there by Emma Strickland. It just did not fall for her. The Galatia Bearcats also only have 6 girls on the team, so I'm sure that doesn't help with the exhaustion, knowing that there's no one except for one girl on the bench to help give breaks. Lady Hawks are going to try to be patient again and see what they can get done here. Fed the ball into McKenzie. Did not fall. Good rebound by Andrea Blaine. Andrea Blaine, no good. Rebound by Carly. Shot up, good. 3 for 3 tonight. Patience really paid off for the Lady Hawks on that one. I think that Coach Lawler has been stressing that the last few times on the floor, that they need to be patient and look for a good shot. And they have been patient, and that time it did pay off. Is going to put up a shot, no good. 3 seconds left to go. All right, we will go into halftime, and the Lady Hawks leading the Lady Bearcats 19-13.
Alrighty, we're back, and the Lady Bearcats are going to get the ball. Got a tight one here, 19-13. Drives the lane, nice. Great job by Carly there. Staying right here with the Bearcats. Blangert screen, Vickery picks her up there. Nice hedge there. Definitely looks like the Lady Hawks here, from what I'm seeing, are coming in a little bit more laser sharp on defense in the second half. About jinxed them there, but no avail. Good defense there. Blaine gonna come up with a loose ball. Up for two. A lot of contact. That's gonna stay right here. Blaine right on cue, always around the ball. She made a comment to tell me about that Saturday. She said, "You said that I was around the ball 3 or 4 times." I said, "Well, you are always around the ball. It's a good thing."
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all.
But definitely, I did not realize these girls were watching this stream as much as I did Saturday before the game, because 3 or 4 of the references that I made about like a Little Giants reference and Sid the Kid reference, those were definitely caught on to. Nice pass over to Vickery. Vickery out to Sid. Sid looking, nobody home. Out to Blaine.
I'm actually happy to see Blaine has stepped up today, because we had one of our only seniors out.
I heard that.
So she kind of got thrown into a starting position, and she has really worked her butt off today, and I'm happy to see her getting this time.
Tell you what, you really got to like that when you can plug a freshman in and it can make contributions early. That is huge. Definitely. Lady Hawks definitely taking their time here surveying it. I could definitely see that was the direction that Coach Lawler was headed in the first half, was wanting better looks opposed to a bunch of looks, which is definitely kind of the cloth he was cut from his coaching days, coming up from Todd Franklin, Doug Miller, Red R. Patton. Sydney with a 17-footer. Got it. She called board. I heard it from down up here. She called board. Got a foul here. They're going to get Sydney being a little bit over-aggressive. I'll tell you another freshman we don't talk a whole lot about, and should. Vickery just steps pretty much in from day one and is taking a starting position, and that is extremely tough.
It is tough, and like we've talked about every time probably, but not being able to have a lot of time to work together, and she has just came in here and done a fantastic job, and she really just fits right in with the rest of them.
Definitely, and just the fact that you don't mention her name. I told her that the other day. I said the fact that I don't call your name a lot is a compliment, because I just think of you just as like one of the veterans, the sophomores and juniors like Kinsey and Carly. And I said sometimes I just forget you're just a freshman, but it's the biggest jump that you'll make. 14-year-old playing against 18-year-olds, it's definitely a humongous step up in competition. Sydney drives there, nobody home. Blaine catches it and smartly decides there's not a whole lot her size is going to do with it under there. Very smart. Lady Hawks definitely being patient. That was something on Saturday I didn't feel like our patience ever got established. Just never got patient. And that definitely threw us out of our game early on for sure. But you got to give the Lady Bearcats, they're rotating very nice on defense. They're not giving us any lanes, any open looks, really playing good aggressive. In a 1-2-2, modified to a 2-3.
Yeah, and number 21, Kate Vaughn, is the tough job tonight with Kinsey, but she has been all over her, and she's actually played really good defense on her.
Yes, that is no pun intended, a tall order to guard Kinsey under the goal. Harley, no good.
Got lucky there with the jump ball in our favor.
Very much so. Carly just got to put that ball up. She's anticipating the contact before it happens. It definitely happens, especially when you're down there playing amongst the trees. And that is going to be out on Kinsey, Bearcats ball. They're having a really tough time getting her the ball this evening.
They are. Well, Galatia, I think, kind of adjusted their strategy, because the first few possessions there, Kinsey, it was too easy for her. So I think they came out with a different strategy, and it's really been working.
That definitely is great defense by Sydney. Love it, love it. That's why Sydney could play for me and most other coaches around the area, because when that ball hits the floor, it's not about X's and O's at that point. It's do you have the effort to get down there with them? And I like kids that do that, and she does that really well. Blocked there by Kenzie. Kenzie throws another one. That's two pretty quick ones. Carly with the steal. Yep, she did. She sure did. We talked about earlier, that definitely is what I would qualify under a 14-year-old mistake there. Vickery does a great job getting to the loose ball and just gets up and just gets ready to go before it's time to start. That definitely happens when you're young. And you could hear Coach Lawler before the mass timeout. When you get a loose ball like that, it's a lot like in football too. It's really the same principle. It's crazy how those two sports can cross over in so many ways. In that situation, just pick the ball up and get it to somebody that has a fresh dribble. Kind of dribble amongst a bunch of hands and feet. It's just very, very
it's not going to work most of the time.
Very tough to do.
Yeah.
But that's just something that, once again, talking about young, everybody, Carly seems like she's been in the Lady Hawk system forever. She's just a sophomore herself. So, and she just recently had a 16th birthday too. And me and Coach Herman and Coach Lawler, she had a birthday to remember. She got stuck in her driveway, so we definitely gave her a little bit of hazing about that for sure. So. And we told her, good news is she probably won't get stuck in her driveway many times in the middle to end of February.
That's right.
So we hope not anyway.
All right, we got 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Good help by Kenzie there. Carly all over the ball in the second half. Another steal. Use of a left. Lots of contact. Going to stay right here. Coach Lawler's going to love watching the film tomorrow and seeing that she used her left hand. That's a big pet peeve as a coach. Use your left hand, and definitely did. That was a great job. You've got a freshman and a sophomore up top here handling your offense and just having the confidence. Watching Sydney grow confidence-wise over the years over the last year has just been phenomenal to watch.
Yes, I agree.
She is so much more confident in her ability than she was last year.
I think that's what's exciting about our team too is, which people watching earlier probably know. But,
good feed to Kenzie, no good.
I called Carly a junior. Now I realize she is just a sophomore.
Yes, I know. I did the same thing the other day.
Our team is young, and so it's good for our future, I suppose, and getting the freshmen
definitely,
this time.
It's definitely that we have a double-edged sword as far as good problems. We have good young talent. You can be young and you can be talented. Steal by Carly, great job. Oh, I got to make that.
She got tripped up there, but they called her for the foul.
She made the cardinal 14, 15, even 16, 17, 18-year-old rule. Didn't make a great basketball play there. That definitely happens. Everybody does it from NBA down to bitty ball, but then don't foul 90 foot away from your basket. That's definitely something that she knows better than, and she was frustrated immediately. You could see that she knew what she did. So, but it was a heck of a steal. I tell you what, Galatia has a lot of patience. They run their offense really well.
That's what I was mentioning earlier. They only have 6 girls total on the team, so
it's definitely
it can get exhausting when you're out there knowing that there's nobody going to come and give you a break for most of the time.
That was a good follow there. Lady Hawks didn't box anybody out, and that definitely happens when you do that. Vickery going to the high post here, definitely looking to catch the ball there and do something. Blaine. I just really love these young Lady Hawks' patience there. Mackenzie just rips it away. Carly looking to do something with it. She definitely, yeah, she walked. She left her feet. And we've got a minute 49 left, and the Lady Hawks are still up 5 here. Sydney just needs to let that go. Great job. I had a buddy one time, and we called him Mr. Out of Bounds. He seemed like he grabbed every ball right before it went out of bounds, and it was out on him usually when he did that, and it was on the other team. He was just, it's like, man, you let those go, it's our ball too. So, Sydney looking to drive there. Gonna stay here. Kinsey loses the handle, turnover. Great job by Sydney there to stop ball. That was a layup. That's the stuff that does not show up in the box scores. They had a layup, but the girl could not see up the floor because Sydney stops the ball. And we have a head coach down here in the junior high, and he always tell you if he had a nickel for every time he said stop the ball or square up, just a nickel, he would retire and be in Florida already. So I'll pick on Coach Anderson a little bit. Up for 2, no good. Good rebound by Kinsey. You can hear Lawler, Coach Lawler yelling, whoa. He definitely wants to get this to the fourth quarter. The way that we're executing on offense right now, I definitely want to get a good look here. Squares up a 3, no good.
It's the first one she's missed tonight.
Galatia looking to run, no good. Now Carly's looking to run. We're off to the races here a little bit. No numbers here. Let's see if we can. There you go. That's the kind of progression you want to see out of a young point guard. Nothing there. 3 girls. Let's get this out here and get a good look. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Say we're going to try to hold it for one shot here. As you said, I don't know if you were watching the game before you came.
I did. I was, absolutely.
We were very, very patient, and I think that's what we're going to probably. It wasn't a great attempt there by Sydney. She was right into the hands of somebody else.
Carly now 18 seconds to go. I'd say Coach is just going to turn them loose at this point. Because by the time there's a 3, no good. I'm going to say as a pass, no good. Blaine up and good. That was a heck of a move by Blaine.
That was a great move.
I tell you what, she is. That was no good. There we go.
And the third quarter, 23-16. She was.
I'll say something about Blaine. She is definitely the saying of dynamite comes in small packages.
That's right.
She definitely is that to the T. Littlest girl on the floor. Really, if I was that little, I'd say there's no way I'm getting down there and getting slammed on, and she's right in the middle of it. Gosh, you got to love that. And even though he's probably not seemed like he's happy, Coach Lawler definitely happy about the effort he's getting from his freshman and sophomore.
Oh, yeah. One more quarter of basketball, and then 2 more games.
A triple header. Galatia's going to stay pretty much put in their 2-3 zone here until the 2 or 3 minute mark, until we force them to come out of man. I hope that we still have the lead by then. Galatia has done a really good job here in this latter part of this game for sure, of just saying, okay, Kinsey's not catching the ball without 3 people in the area. I mean, there was 2 to 3 red jerseys right there when she shot that ball. She's fouled. And I got to be honest with you, that's a pretty good strategy.
Yeah, I agree. Foul is on number 21. That's Kate Bond. And not sure how many that is on her, but that is the team first for this half.
Looks like her second. There's only 3 fouls in the entire half, so they've been a real clean played game as far as that goes. she's just got to shake that off. That happens. I watched LeBron James do that the other night, and I was like, how do you get paid $38 million and do that? But I guess it does happen.
It
Even
does
the
happen.
best players in the world do it. Great job, Sydney. And she picked that ball up. Had a loose ball right there. Could have started dribbling, picks it up. It's just fun watching these girls grow throughout the game. I mean, they are absolutely, I said it a ton of times on Saturday, they are just learning by fire, anointed by fire, and they're doing it. And it's just really fun to watch. That ball is deflected. Galatia coming back the other way. Up and good. Basket by Bond. She's a very nice little ball player.
She is. She plays hard.
She does.
I remember watching her last year at the GEC championship. Were you at that game?
That was?
When we played them?
Yes.
She does. She plays very hard. I remember her. Shot by Sydney.
Got it. That is the hometown gym roll there. It hit every one of them, but they count all the same. They're going to get Carly for the foul. She's given up a couple of inches to Bond there, so she knows she has to be physical. She can't let her catch the ball down on the block or she's in trouble. She's doing a really good job. Up for two there. No good. She definitely double dribbled there, and with about 100 years of combined officiating experience between them, the Suits brothers will not miss that call ever, ever. Them two and Remus Curry called the game one time, and Remus has passed away 10, 12 years ago. And between them, they had it counted up. They had like 115 years of officiating experience between them. So it was definitely the most experienced junior high officiated basketball game, maybe in Illinois history, if they kept a statistic for that. It was absolutely unreal. So, but they do a good job, and they love it, coming all the way up from Polk County and doing games every night.
Long three by Carly.
No good. She's got to get back now. Push Bond left. Great job. Coming back the other way there. Euro step. Oh, great move. Didn't finish it off.
That was a great move.
That was a fantastic Euro step. Don't tell me these kids don't watch basketball on TV. Don't tell me that, because they weren't doing that 10 years ago. Now you want to talk about a worker. Carly is out running by my house every day, shooting basketball every day. She works now. She works.
Yeah, Coach Lawler was telling me a story today about she was just 2 minutes late for practice on Saturday, and she was so upset because she was late for practice because she had to dig her car out of the snow.
Yes, that's what we were talking about, yes.
You know, most kids would say, I can't make it to practice today, and she got her shovel out and dug herself out just so she could make it to practice.
Definitely. So. And they're right on cue, gets the rebound. Nothing there, and love to see that right there. Love to see that. She could have forced that ball up over three people, decided that she'd rather get a good team look. I love it. Unselfish play. But no, she shovels her pavement off for the snow to shoot. I mean, she stays after it, and it shows. That's what I tell my daughter all the time. She wants to be like her, and I said, well, you got to put the work in like she does, though, too. You don't just wake up and become Carly Foster one day. It just don't happen.
That's right.
So, definitely. Love the move. She just moved a half step early. He was all over it. She moved half step early. That was the coaching staff loves the effort, and all they're getting out of her. They're called growing pains, and that goes with kids and in basketball. You have growing pains. That has to be 7 or 8 blocks. Passed up to Carly there by Vickery. No. Going to stay right here. I think after the 4-minute mark we get a mass timeout, so we're at 4:04 now. I think we'll just take it now. Must have heard me.
Must have heard you.
Going to take it right now.
Nice COVID timeout.
So, something at the girls' game, and I don't know if this is how it works, because who knows how it all works anymore. But they called the timeout. A coach called timeout at the game I was calling Saturday, and at the 4:20 mark, they took the masked timeout with the coach's timeout, so they didn't honor it when it went by the 4 minutes, which is fine. But that's definitely a change in strategy, because let's say that you're in a tightly contested game, your team's not playing as well as they maybe should be. You're thinking, okay, next dead ball here after 4 minutes is a mass timeout, or if I can get 2, I'll go ahead and take this one now, and then the next stoppage of play, I'll get another. I'll get 2 for 1. It definitely changes your strategy, and me and Coach Laura were talking about that at dinner on Saturday. Not real sure how that works. I don't know if that is how it is, or if that was just a for instance and that's how they did it. I can't answer that. But
I know, and I think it probably is the officiating crew as well, which makes it even more difficult for coaches to figure out, because the same thing happened at the boys' game. Hamilton County called a timeout, and then the referees noticed that it was about time for a COVID timeout, so they just went with the COVID timeout and didn't charge them the timeout. And like you said, in a close game, that does matter.
That's huge. If you need a timeout, you're down 2 and you can't stop the clock, that's huge.
Right.
I mean, you're talking about a win and a loss there in some cases. So it's definitely, the coaches are definitely learning on the fly too. I mean, that was just something I picked up on, and probably a great pass to Sydney.
Wide open
Got
Sydney.
it. That was huge. That was a freshman to a sophomore there, just making a beautiful pass. Seeing the floor, had her head up, just all the things you teach every day. You work on practice, and you hope that they... Sydney just comes and gets the ball and brings it up. I don't know what quite happened there, but Blaine ends up with it, and she traveled.
She kind of came and bailed Sydney out there, but I don't really know what all transpired.
What happened was Sydney got tripped up on her own feet or got tripped. I'd have to go back and look. And then Blaine catches it and just kind of barreled right into the lane, and realized when she got in there she didn't need to be in there. So it definitely happens. So. They're going to get Kenzie on the reach. I think we talked about this the last time me and you did a girls' game. She's never going to get the benefit of the doubt. If those hands aren't straight up, you just go into the line. That's
exactly right.
That's what happens when you tower over people. Ander Drone, I bet, picked up 600 fouls, and that's probably not a shorthanded estimation, and because his hands would be leaned in a little bit and just leaned. I'm talking just a degree or 2.
And that's what, if you're brave enough to go in there as a player, go barrel into it.
I guess I understand the official's point of view. Hey, look, you're got 5 or 6 inches over them, so just put your hands straight up. You don't need to lean in on them either. And I guess I get it, but it's just tough when you're taller and you just got to keep your hands up. It's tough. Galatia's still in their 1-2-2. I really anticipate. It really looks like the Hawks are beginning to get into Galesburg here, and I really would think they're going to make Galatia come out and guard man-to-man before they do anything, be my guess. With that being said, 17-footer by Sid. So much for that. I guess that's why I'm up here with you. I think that was the idea, though. Over the back. And we got a full timeout. I didn't get a chance to look at the clock before it went out, but I think we got just under 3 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I think it's actually close to the 2-minute mark. And 27-19, we've only had 7 fouls this whole half, which is...
The games go by quick when you don't shoot free throws.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Forgot where we were at last year at one point. I think it was at home, but long story short, there was a total of 37 team fouls. And you just talk about, and believe me, I have a ton of officials that I know and I associate with. They do not like that either.
Right.
Like everybody's like, oh, they just take the players out of the rhythm. No, the players take the players out of the rhythm because they're fouling. I mean, a referee, I know you can touch on this probably more than me. A referee just wants to jog up and down the floor and call loose balls out of bounds the other way. That's what they want to do.
That's exactly right.
They don't want to get in your business, definitely. And I mean, I guess there is exceptions to every rule. I guess I can think of a couple of exceptions, but it is definitely most of the time they just want the game to go up and down and be fluid, and they don't want to decide it at the end. I've got a friend that's officiating. He tells me it's one of the main things he don't want to do. He don't want to be the reason for a win or loss. He wants to call it the way it is. Hawks break the pressure. Great pass to Kinsey. That is excellent basketball there. That is the thing that gets left out from the press so much is kids will break the press and then they just give up on it. You attack the press. That's the reward of breaking it. You break it, you got 3-on-2 the other way.
Go.
You attack.
Yeah.
So many times, how many better look can you get than a layup right there? Kinsey a 2-footer. I'll take it all day. There you go.
Kinsey. A little lane violation there. She kind of hopped in a little early. She was.
Well, I don't blame her. You need to have your ground set before you box Kinsey out because she will go get the ball. She loves to be aggressive in offensive rebounds. There you go. That right there is the equivalency to when the catcher drops strike 3 on a foul tip and then the guy hits the ball for a double. It just definitely seems like that. I don't know how many lane violations the person makes the next shot. It's astronomical percentage. So you probably know more so than me. Are these cheerleaders on all 3 games tonight, or are they switching squads, or how does that work?
We've got some that are staying and some that are leaving because our boys' game is actually a reschedule. So the ones that were on the original boys' game will stay. So some of them will be doing a triple header like we are.
I am so glad. There's a few people that I'm glad I'm not. Are these coaches and the AD?
Yeah, I know.
Mariah, I don't know how Mariah gets any sleep at night.
I want to give a shout out to all the athletic directors.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Going through this year, and this is Mariah, our athletic director's first year.
She gets through this. She's golden.
That's what I told her today.
Next year she'll have her feet propped up, with an umbrella drink. You know what I mean?
Feeling good.
I told her the other day. She said you're doing fantastic, and she's like, I don't know about that. And I said, well, I do know, so let me tell you, because I would tell you otherwise. And I said, I mean, you're talking about. She's down here, keeping book, keeping score. I mean, she's just all over it. I mean, and it takes that. Good steal by Carly. Wouldn't be surprised if Coach Lawler puts the e-brake on here. That was definitely what he was thinking, but they're going to probably put the e-brake on now.
Right at the 2-minute mark to go.
When in doubt, throw it up to the really tall person. Great pass. Get in there. Bang. Got it.
Great move by Carly.
That was a great pass, too, by Kinsey.
It was a good pass.
Definitely had her head up on a swivel. That's what you teach. So many post players. That's definitely something they're teaching at the collegiate level now is post players that can pass the ball. No good for Carly.
I forgot to change this to fourth quarter. So.
I forget that every time. Blaine with the stick. Oh. That's a 2 if it goes. Kinsey. I can tell you something Vickery doesn't want a whole lot to do with is bringing the ball to the floor. Kinsey threw it to her right there, and she absolutely acted like she caught a hot potato. And that's exactly how Sydney was last year, though.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Turnover there, coming the other way. I believe that's Bond. She's definitely urging her through. Carly, it's great move there. Oh, Sydney tried to lob it up high, a little too high. There you go.
Now we're going to try to practice some patience.
Yeah, there we go. I'm going to say that this ball is going to end up in Carly's hands. Definitely think so. Which Sydney is just. There you go. That's what you want to see right there. Get the ball back out here. We were bragging about team fouls. We're fixing to see some team fouls.
I know. got 35 seconds to go. The Hawks have a 10-point lead here. And we are going to have another timeout.
So
both squads only have 5 team fouls, so if they want to get in the bonus, they're going to
get a couple more to
get going there, and only 35 seconds to go.
So definitely, I've got a comparison here because I'm a very huge Illini basketball fan, and I watched them me and Coach Lawler would watch them every primetime night, whether they won 7 games, which was as early ago as 24 months ago, and now that they are pretty good. And I told Coach, I said, there's a basketball player, he's a backup point guard, and his name is Curbelo. And I said, do you know who that reminds me of? And he said, who? And I said, Andrea Blaine. And let me tell you why. She is so fearless, just like he is. And sometimes fearless to a fault, like, oh gosh, you drove it in there amongst 3 6-footers, not a good idea. But just the fearlessness, and I gave that comparison, and Coach Lawler was like, yeah, I didn't see that until you said it, but it was just like, I love her fearlessness.
And you would rather have that as opposed to being timid.
You can always scale it back. Right. It's hard to make somebody be more aggressive. They either have that or they don't.
Right.
And that's why I am so excited about Sydney this year, is because last year her aggressive was toned down and this year is toned up, and I love that because she's such a great kid and can do a lot of good things. It's pretty simple here. Galton County takes care of the ball, we get a win. That's pretty much what it is. That was perfectly executed. Took 15 seconds off the clock and got a foul. I don't think they have. Did they have? They must have had it wrong down there because we got 1-1.
Yep.
So. No, that is number 6. I'm hearing it. We got a ball out of bounds. That's
ball
third
out of
on.
Bounds.
That's
20 seconds.
Third on Bond. That's something to definitely watch for. I'm going to assume 12 is intentional foul. Could be wrong. Definitely helps when you've got around a 6'1" girl that nobody can get up to, and she can just hold the ball, see over everything.
Now we're going to have the 1-and-1. Kinsey here, 10 seconds to go.
There you go. That was perfect. It was perfectly executed there. That's how you take care of it. No good. Don't foul. No fouls here. Just good defense, straight up. That's fine. And time's going to expire. We're going to get a win.
All right, great win.
Definitely a great win. Coach Lawler probably not the happiest, but I'll remind him tonight when we talk that like our baseball coach that me and him used to have, I would rather win ugly than lose pretty, and that definitely it hangs there, and it's definitely. And something we were talking about between in the halftime is that sometimes after you have a loss in a young group, it's tough to get the young group back focused and back in control. And definitely in the first half, it looked like we were just a hair off on some stuff that we normally are on. And the second half definitely cleaned some of that up, took care of the ball, and really clamped down on defense. I think we gave up 8 points in the second half. I mean, that's really, really good defense. So.
It is, and I think it's exactly what you said. Their confidence was probably down, and lack of practice. I mean, which I'm sure that's for both squads.
That's huge, yes.
But for 2 weeks, so they sat idle and probably sat on the couch a lot, I'm guessing, because nobody had anywhere to go. But just another good win by Coach Lawler and Coach Herman. I'm glad that he's helping out this year with Lawler, and those two really seem to complement each other well, because I feel like Herman is kind of the calm of Lawler. Yes.
Coach Herman is definitely he's definitely our pops of the group. He's the one that, he'll never tell you what to do, but he'll always give you a friendly recommendation, and you probably should take that friendly recommendation because he's usually in the right on that. So no, and you're exactly right. Them they worked together when Coach Herman coached the varsity squad, and they were JV and Laura was freshman. So them two have a lot of history together. And of course, me and Jeff coached together too, so we have a lot of history. And those two just they're all about fun and all about working hard. So it's fun to see watch them play.
It's great. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed Lady Hawks basketball. And if you're interested, we'll be back with the boys game against Pope County at 6 o'clock.